Hi Stitchy friends, my name is Molly. I go by Molly McMaker here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and this is a channel about cross stitch. If you are a returning viewer or if you caught my last video where we celebrated 1,000 subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. We're going to be going over the giveaway winners later on in the video. If you're new, thank you for joining, and let's get into the whips. The first project that I wanted to talk about today is Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain by Barrick. This is stitched on 36 count Light Mocha, and I'm stitching it 2/2. I'm going to show a picture of what it looked like the last time I showed it, and this is my progress today. So I have worked on this 3 days in the last 2 weeks, and I got around 1,200 stitches, and I had a really good time stitching on this. I really enjoyed it. I love this project, and I can't wait to stitch on it more. There's just not enough time to get all of the progress on it. But I made a lot of progress on my tree, and so I'm really happy with that. I'm trying to decide for all of my fall autumn whips if I'm going to get them out again this year. I made some good progress on them. I know a lot of people have already moved over to Christmas, and I really want to go to Christmas, but I also really want to get some progress on my fall whips. And so I'm committing to that in November, and I'm going to need to do that before I can move on to Christmas. But I made some good progress on Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain, so I'm super happy with that. And it looks so good. We'll see if we get a chance to pull it out again. The next project that I wanted to talk about is the Dark Queen of the Earth by Autumn Lane Stitchery. I'm stitching mine on 32 count Nightingale, which is one of the called for fabrics, and I was able to meet another goal. So this is the the 5th section, and I was able to complete it in the last 2 weeks, not 2 days. And this is what she looks like. So I worked on this for 4 days and did about 2,000 stitches. And the last time you saw it, I was able to complete this section over here, and I moved over to this section. So this is about 2,000 stitches. And I believe I've talked about it in previous videos, but I'm eliminating some of the stitches that go up the side here because I just don't think they're necessary. And I like it without it, so I'm not stitching those. But I am very excited that I was able to get some progress on this one. I am trying to decide if I want to make this a priority project to finish in 2025, because I've heard some information that there might be another Dark Queen coming in 2025 from Autumn Lane Stitchery, and I'm not likely to join the SAL right away because I really don't like mysteries. Because I'm really picky on the things that I like to stitch, and so I really want to see what it looks like before I commit to that. But I would really like to have this finished in preparation for that SAL. So if I decide after it started that I do want to join, that I can do that if I want to. I guess I could do that if I wanted to regardless, but I would really like to have this finished before I start another one. I really try to keep my number of whips down, and that helps me make progress on more things, because I think if I start a lot of things, I don't make enough progress, and that frustrates me. So anyways, this is my progress on Dark Queen of the Earth. I'm super excited to get another section completed. I do want to work on it in 2025 and I'm still kind of working on the plan, so we'll see how much time she gets. But this is what I've done so far. The next project that I wanted to talk about is Festive Forest by The Blue Flower. It is a Jingle Ball class, and if you don't know what the Jingle Ball is, real quickly, it is a virtual online retreat hosted by Lindy Stitches. There's more information on that on her website. I also talked about it in some of my previous videos, but I'm taking a class at the Jingle Ball. Hope to see you all there. Actually, I'm taking 2 classes. The first one is the Festive Forest, and this is my progress on that so far. I only worked on this for 1 day in the last 2 weeks, but I do hope to get some more progress on this in the next 2 weeks leading up to the class. There is no way that I'm going to have this done before the class because it's 11,000 stitches and I just have too many projects. But I'm really enjoying stitching on this. The flosses are fantastic. These are all the beautiful flosses for it. She's got some Weeks Dye Works that she called for, some Cottage Guarded samplings that she called for, and one of the things that I was most excited about was the Roxy Flossco flosses, because I had never stitched with these before. Well, technically I'd never stitched with the Cottage Garden either, but I had already purchased those for another kit. I just hadn't stitched with them yet. And then there's some DMCs, but the pattern is super, super cute. I love stitching on it. The fabric is a 32 count Cypress by Whim, and I'm really enjoying stitching on it. So I can't wait to continue to get some more progress on this in preparation for the class. If you're stitching this, let me know down in the comments below. The second class that I'm taking at the Jingle Ball is the Winter Star Pillow by Liz Mathews. This one came for the other project I forgot to mention. I bought the kit for the class. This one, I did not buy the kit, I just got the PDF. And so I'm using my own fabric and flosses for it. And I'm trying out 40 count again. So this is 40 count. Oh gosh, I've already forgotten. 40 count Cappuccino from Fiber on a Whim. And I'm using some Valdani silks for this one, and this is my progress. So I haven't really made a ton of progress on this, but also I think I've mentioned that I struggle a little bit with 40 count. My eyes, I can't see it so well. I need to have reading glasses on and lots of light to be able to stitch on it. And also this fabric is really tight. And so, I don't know, I feel like my other 40 count is not quite as tight, and it's maybe a little bit easier to stitch on than this one. So it hasn't been as enjoyable. So we'll see how it continues on. But this pattern has about 2,000 stitches, I believe it is. And so I do plan to try to finish this before the class. We've got some holiday days coming up where I won't be going to work. And so I'm really hoping to get some more stitches in at that time. So also, if you're taking this class from the Jingle Ball, let me know as well. I want to know who's taking classes with me. But again, here's my progress on the Winter Star Pillow from Liz Mathews. The next project that I wanted to talk about is Fall Seeds by JedX Stitch. I'm stitching this on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha, I believe. I'm using the hashtag Exo Needle Nahay B-Day Sal along with a few other people on YouTube and on Instagram. XO Needle in the Hay started a birthday sale where she asked everyone to choose a pattern from JedX Stitch, so you could choose any pattern. And I chose the Fall Seeds ones because I have been playing Zelda on the Switch, and I like this pattern super much. So this is my progress. I only worked on it for one day, so I don't have like a ton of progress, but I believe I filled in the rest of that little tree and started this little next part of the motif. So that's how much progress I have. The last project that I wanted to talk about today is a finish that I completed for the Philanthropic Pumpkin from Hands On Design. Now, I'm so sorry, but this pattern is no longer in print. You can only find it on the secondary marketplace, or you have to borrow it from a friend or from somebody that you know. But I did like 900 stitches in a day to try to get this finished. And my original plan was I was going to wake up this morning and fully finish this into the pumpkin, but then I got distracted and I didn't do that. So I just have the stitching done, but I do plan to finish this hopefully this weekend so that we can have it out for just a little bit of the rest of the fall season. But here we go. Oh, I love it so much. So this was stitched on a 32 count Fox and Rabbit. I can't remember. I'm going to put I'll have the details in the description box. But it is a piece that I have like a yard cut of, so I should remember what it is. But anyways, it was super cute. It was not that many stitches, but I guess because there were so many color changes, it did take me quite a bit of time. And also I didn't, except for that one day where I really got 800 stitches, I really didn't focus on this in my like nighttime stitching. I was trying to take it to work and stitch on it then, but just the amount of color changes, and I really don't have like a lot of time to stitch on it at work. It's really just my lunch break and that's it. And then, and that just didn't work out. And so I really wanted to get this finished, hopefully before the end of the fall season, so I could have it displayed for some time. But I finished this recently. I will get this made into a pumpkin so that I can have it out on display. But love this one. And there she is. Okay, next I want to talk about my, real quickly on haul and plans, and then we'll get to the giveaway. So I made an order from Joann's because they were having a sale, and during a previous, I think it was the Jingle Ball last year, someone had mentioned, or I take it back, it wasn't the Jingle Ball, it was the summer virtual cross stitch event that Lindy Stitches does, but someone had mentioned there that they really like these Morgan hoops, and I tried a couple after that and I really liked it. So I bought a few more. I think I should be totally set on hoops until a long time from now. But I got 2 of the 5-inch ones because I'm planning to do a ton of ornaments this year. That's a little bit smaller than what I kind of thought. And then I got I got 3 7-inch ones because I really like this size. And then I got 1 9-inch one. I have 1 or 2 other 9-inch ones. So I think that should cover me in all my projects. I really don't like to move the hoops around between the project bags, and these are pretty inexpensive. So I got that. And then the other thing that I'm really excited about is I got a cone of 310. So we'll see how long this lasts. Hopefully this should last me like 10 years. I don't know, but I should not have to buy 310 for many years, I'm expecting. Okay, and then on to plans. So I really want to start the November oscillated turkey sometime in November. And we're halfway into November. We're over halfway into November, so there's not a whole lot of time left. We are coming up on a week where I'm going to have several days off, so I'm going to have more time to stitch. But I also, I want to work on some of the other things that I already have planned. So this is like my struggle every time I start a new thing. I like starting new things, but I also really like finishing the things that I have started. And so it's just balancing the time. I don't want to start this unless I really think that I'm going to finish it. I think I've loaded it into my markup XP already, and I think it's around 2,000 stitches. So, I mean, it's not a ton. And so that's a manageable amount. I should be able to accomplish that. So we'll see, but that's my plan. I'm hoping to start this. We'll see how it goes. I have 2 different fabrics pulled for it. I have this 32 count stone from Fiber on a Whim, or this is the called for, which is a 32 count silver moon. So we'll see which one. And then I have like all the flosses pulled. I just used some of my stash for some of the colors that I didn't have. So some of them are fancy flosses, some of them are the called for, but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. And lastly, for the winners of the giveaway, again, thank you so much to everyone who joined me for my last video. I know it was a long one. I do not plan to do that again. I really want to make shorter, more manageable videos because that's what I enjoy watching. So that's my plan for the future. So the first pattern was for the swan pattern. I don't think anyone wanted the swan pattern, maybe because because everybody already has it because it's a freebie. But I guess if anybody wants the swan pattern, put swan in the comment of this video, and if somebody else wants it, then I'll give it away. But if not, we'll just move on. Okay, the next one was the Christmas Tiny Town. So if you're the winner of this, I'm gonna put your name in the below. And then we also had the Peppermint Candy from Lindy Stitches. So here is the winner of this one. We have the Winter House Trio winner here. And then lastly, the Quilter's Cottage kit that comes with the fabric and the pattern. Your name is here if you win. So if you did win, my email address is mollymcmaker@gmail.com. So send me an email address. Send me your name and your address in the email, and I will mail those over to you. So thank you all. Thank you to everyone who joined me today. Thank you to everyone who joined me in my last video. I appreciate you all so much, and until next time, bye.